Hello, everyone, and welcome to weekly show number 40 for this Saturday, February 29th, 2020. We're going to be talking about some USHL and NHL stuff, NBA, college basketball, MLB spring training now that that's starting, and some XFL. So it's going to be a long weekly show, at least I think it will. So let's start with USHL games from last night. Muskegon beat Fargo yesterday in overtime, 5-4. That was a pretty good game, if you ask me. Waterloo beat Team USA 5-1. No surprise there. Waterloo, they're still top of the Western Conference. Sioux Falls beat Cedar Rapids 3-1. Honestly, that kind of surprised me, not gonna lie. I thought Cedar Rapids would beat them by maybe one. I thought it'd be like a close game because of how much these two, because of the positions of them in the standings. But, hold on. Sioux City beat Dubuque beat Sioux City yesterday 4-3. Last time both these two met, it was back on October 19th, and Sioux City won 1-0. Dubuque won 1-0. So Lincoln beat Tri-City 6-2. Chicago beat Madison 6-3. That's no surprise there. I'm surprised Madison even got a goal because of how well Chicago is. Green Bay beat Omaha in overtime 5-4.
Good.
Oh, okay. That's actually pretty surprising, too. Because Omaha is actually right under Waterloo in the standings. Waterloo has 62 and Omaha has 60, so now they're just fighting for that first spot in the Western Conference. We'll have to see. USHL games today. Let's do some predictions. Fargo at Muskegon. Muskegon took the first one last night. I'll go with Fargo tonight. Waterloo at Youngstown. I'm going to go with Waterloo. That'll be a good game. Not really, but probably be a blowout. Muskies are at Cedar Rapids tonight. Last time they both played, Sioux City won in a blowout, 5-0. Since they're in Cedar Rapids, I'm gonna go with Cedar Rapids, but we'll see. Madison's in Chicago. Chicago's gonna crush Madison. Sioux Falls is at Dubuque tonight. I think Sioux Falls is gonna get crushed. Obviously by Dubuque. Tri-City.
Is Dubuque still as good as they used to be?
Oh yeah, they're second overall in the Eastern Conference.
Oh, okay. Well, then they're good, then.
Yeah. Tri-City's at Lincoln. Well, they both in the standings are 4th and 5th.
Tight matchup then.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go with Lincoln, but I'm going to go with Tri-City.
I'm going to Bryan's.
Alright. Green Bay at Omaha. Green Bay won the first one last night. Omaha's going to get the second one tonight.
Hey gang, welcome back. 2004 BMW X3. Now this had a SMD transmission.
Sorry, I got put on some college basketball. Yesterday's games. The Flyers beat the Rangers 5-2. The Wild just crushed the Blue Jackets 5-0. Columbus just did not show up at all. I don't know what their problem was, but they just did not show up at all. Colorado beat Carolina 3-2. The Golden Knights beat the Sabres 4-2. They're climbing their way up there in the standings. I think the last weekly show they were at a 5-game winning streak. Anaheim beat Pittsburgh 3-2. Pittsburgh obviously didn't show up in that game either. Oh, okay. I thought I went past too far. I thought I went too far. Okay, we need a pen and a notepad. Whoa. Just had one the other day. Where is it? That's strange. That's really weird because I just had a notepad last night. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to use this then. Boston at the New York Rangers, or not the Rangers, the Islanders. I'm gonna go with. This will be a good game. Not gonna lie, this will be a good game. I really want to go with the Islanders, but I'm gonna go with Boston just to be safe. I may regret that move. Devils at the Kings. I'm going to go with the Devils. Calgary at Tampa Bay. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Chicago's at Florida. I'm going to go with Florida. Avalanche at the Predators. I'm going to go with Nashville. I think that's the more reasonable move. Jeez, all the college basketball games are at halftime. Yeah, they're all at like halftime right now. Anyway, Canucks at the Maple Leafs. I'm going to go with the Canucks. Carolina is at Montreal. I'm going to go with Carolina. Detroit's at Ottawa. I'm going to go with Ottawa. Sabres at the Coyotes. I'm going to go with the Coyotes. Dallas is at St. Louis. I'm going to go with St. Louis, but I won't be surprised if Dallas wins either. Okay, sorry. The Jets are at Edmonton. I'm going to go with Edmonton. Pittsburgh at San Jose. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. So let's take a look at some standings.
often veterans that I know that are dealing with the same struggles that I am.
Top 3 in the Metropolitan. Washington with 84 points. Philadelphia, they're getting up there. They have 5 straight wins. They're second in the Metropolitan. Can we maybe see Philadelphia in the playoffs again this year? Well, if they continue playing like they are right now, I think they could make a playoff spot. I mean, they're only 3 points out of a first place spot in the Metropolitan. So, but Pittsburgh's right below them. They have 80 points. But Pittsburgh, they've lost 5 straight, and somehow they're still third in the Metropolitan Division. I don't know how that's possible, but obviously I don't make up the standings, so. Boston is first in the Atlantic. Tampa Bay is second. Okay. Same thing with Tampa Bay with Pittsburgh. Tampa Bay, they've lost 4 straight, and they're still in second place in the Atlantic. I don't know how that's possible, how you can do that. But, I mean, Toronto, they only have 76 points, and Tampa Bay has 85 points, so. And Toronto has won 2 games in a row, so. It's crazy. I can't comprehend this, if that makes any sense. Which it probably doesn't, but whatever. The Islanders and the Blue Jackets have the 2 wildcard spots. Islanders with 78 and Columbus with 76. But right below them is Carolina with 74. If they work hard, they can knock Pittsburgh out and they can get in. On the show. The same song. I like that old time of rock and roll. Okay, so 2 spots out of a playoff spot is the New York Rangers. They have 74 points. Florida's is right behind them with 72. Then Montreal was 67. Buffalo was 66. New Jersey was 61. Ottawa with 56 and Detroit with 34. I don't know how they're doing this bad, but they are, obviously. Western Conference, Central, top 3 in the Central, no surprise here. St. Louis, 86, Colorado, 83, and Dallas, 80. This will literally be the playoff spots going into the playoffs. That makes any sense. Pacific, Vegas, they're on an 8-game winning streak. Unbelievable. They were literally out of a playoff spot, 2 weeks ago? And now with 8 straight wins, they're back up top in the Pacific. Good job to you guys, Vegas. They're getting on it. They're probably going to... Wait, does Vegas play tonight? I don't know. I didn't pick Vegas on here, so... I don't think they play tonight. If they're not on my list. Anyway, we might have to go back. Calgary, Nashville hold the 2 wildcard spots. Calgary was 73 and Nashville was 72. Winnipeg is just outside of them. They're tied, actually, at 72. Minnesota's at 71. Arizona, 70. I mean, everyone literally expected. Everyone expected them to be higher than they were. I was one of them, but, like I said, could they be, if they could do, they're usually a second half team. They play well in the second half, and I think I said that if they play well, like they always do in the second half, in the first half, and throughout the entire season, they'll make the playoffs, just like that. But obviously that's not the case so far. Chicago is 6th with 64 points. Anaheim, San Jose, and LA, of course, they're all at the bottom. Anaheim 60, San Jose 58, and Los Angeles with 52. NBA games. Hold on, these are today's games. Hold on. We gotta get to yesterday's games before we even get to today's. Orlando beat the Timberwolves 136-125. The Hawks beat the Nets 141-118. Surprise there. The Hornets beat the Raptors 99-96. Another upset there, if you want to call it. Miami beat the Mavericks 126-118. The Kings beat the Grizzlies 104-101. The Bucks, they're just unstoppable. They won 133-86 against the Thunder. The Pelicans beat the Cavaliers 116-104. The Pistons beat the Suns 113-111. The Jazz beat the Wizards 129-119. And the Clippers beat the Nuggets 132-103. Oh, jeez, excuse me. Today's games, the Bulls are at the Knicks at 4 o'clock. Portland are at the Hawks at 6:30. The Nets and the Heat are at 6:30. I don't know why I was questioning myself there, but anyway, Pacers are at the Cavaliers at 7. Lakers are at the Grizzlies at 7. Rockets are at the Celtics at 7:30. It's on ABC, so I'm probably gonna watch it. Maybe if my dad lets me. Orlando is at San Antonio at 7:30, and the Warriors are at the Suns at 8. So, college b-ball, let's do it. Top 25 matchup. Yesterday, Dayton beat Davidson 82-67. Right now, at halftime, Providence leads Villanova 30-18, which is very un-Villanova-like. Iowa leads Penn State 42-34. At halftime, Texas Tech is leading Texas 37-30. At 12:30, Kansas is at Kansas State. Baylor's at TCU at 1. Florida State's at Clemson at 1. At 1:30, Seton Hall's at Marquette. Auburn's at Kentucky at 2:45. Oklahoma's at West Virginia at 3. Duke is at Virginia at 5. BYU's at Pepperdine at 5. 7 o'clock, San Diego State's at Nevada. Michigan State's at Maryland at 7. And St. Mary's is at Gonzaga at 9. MLB spring training. Let's get to it. Of course, we'll be doing, Ronnie's MLB show during the regular season. So, yesterday, the Yankees beat the Braves 5-3. Not really a surprise there, and not really a surprise here either. Astros beat the Marlins 6-4, which actually, the Marlins were 6-0 going into this game, so they got a loss here. So that's interesting, really. The Rays beat the Nationals 8-1. Well, the Nationals are 2-4 now in spring training, which, not good. I don't think they're going to pull it again this year where they make it, or where they have a really bad record at the end of May and then zoop, they're World Series champions. I don't think they're going to do that again. Well, if that does ending up happening, well, if that happens, then you know what I mean. Orioles beat the Pirates 11-4. Well, we know how the Pirates season's gonna go. They're 0-7 so far, but see, these games don't count towards the regular season. So, the Blue Jays beat the Tigers 5-4. They're 4-1 in spring training. Interesting. The Twins. The Twins beat the Red Sox 4-1. The Phillies beat the Braves 6-5. Mets beat the Cardinals 3-2. Brewers beat the Dodgers 6-5. The Reds beat the A's 10-1. The White Sox beat the Indians 8-3. The Giants beat the Royals 3-1. The Angels beat the Rangers 7-2. The Mariners beat the Diamondbacks 6-2. The Padres beat the Cubs 5-1, and the Rockies beat the Giants 9-6. Today's spring training games. Whoops. Oh, and I just realized my headset isn't even plugged into here. Whoops, that was a fail, big time. Oh, now I'm falling apart here, folks. Hold on. Just wait patiently. There we go. Okay, so right now, top of the first, the Nationals are leading the Cardinals. That game's tied up at 0 on the top of the first. Again, same thing. Tigers are tied with the Yankees at 0. Top of the first at 12 o'clock, which should be starting right now. The Mets are at the Astros. Miami are at the Orioles at 12. Yankees are at the Red Sox at 12. Phillies are at the Blue Jays at 12. At 2, the Indians are at the A's. Brewers are at the Cubs at 2. The Diamondbacks are at the Dodgers at 2. The Angels are at the Giants at 2. The White Sox are at the Rangers at 2. The Padres are at the Reds at 2. At 2:10, the Royals are at the Mariners. Dodgers are at the Rockies at 2:10. Indians are at the A's at 3 o'clock. 5 o'clock, the Braves are at the Rays. Again at 5, the Pirates are at the Twins. And this is week 4 of the XFL season. Los Angeles at New York today. I'm gonna go with Los Angeles. That might be a really controversial pick, though. Seattle's at St. Louis. I'm gonna go with Seattle. Yeah, I think Seattle is the safe pick here. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. It would be a long weekly show. Usually the average time for a weekly show that we have is anywhere between 10-15 minutes. But what would have made it longer is if we did leaders in the NHL, but, you know, I just don't want to make it a 20-minute weekly show, which right now we just hit the 23-minute mark. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys all in my next video.